Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Worley. I am with Sharon's Crafty Creations, and I've been asked a lot of questions as to show how I press on the journals that I purchase, what size paper I use for the journals, and so forth. So I decided to do a quick tutorial on how to do this. I designed my covers in Canva, and you can download Canva if you don't already have it for free. There is other special features that are in Canva that is an extra fee a month, which is like $12.99, which is what I have. But for this tutorial, you won't need that. So once you download Canva, be sure that you're on the home page. And that way, when you get on the home page, you will be on this button here. You need to see this purple button that says Create a Design. Click on Create a Design. You're going to click on Custom Size down here. When you click on that, before you put in your width and height for your cover, change your PX, which is pixels, to inches. This is what we're working with. So in the width box, you're going to put 12.5, and the height is going to be 8.75. And Canva always remember the last design you created, because here mine's down here. So I always just click on this on my recent designs. Once you do that, you click on Create New Design. So now it brings up this box here. This is your 12.5 inch cover, and you can be sure that you stay within this box. You go outside this box, it's going to mess it up. You have to stay within the size that you just created. One quick tip is that your journal, when you fold it in half, of course, it has a spine. And when you design, you don't want to go too far over into the left side of the spine, or if you're on the right side of the spine, you don't want to go too far over to the left side of the spine. There's a trick to this. When you go over here to Elements, Elements is a tab where you have different little free stuff, things that you can upload in. When you see different things like here on this box, you see free. Certain elements you pay for, you see the Crown and the Pro. Those are when you have to have the subscription to pick certain things. But we're going to just click on this box here, and it just appears in the middle of your design. What you're going to do is go all the way over till you can't go anymore. You're going to drag it up here. Notice you see this pink? This pink lines keeps everything nice and neat. It lines your work up. So go up here, just put it up there, let it go, come all the way down to the bottom of your journal, your cover. And you see, don't go past it like this. Keep it right above that pink line. And if you see in the center, you'll know, but see how I moved it over, how everything is lined up? That tells you you're on the left side is even and your right side is even, according to this page size. So you won't be going too far over into your designs. This will keep you stationed to where you need to be. So now you have to decide what type of background you want to design. Well, I just kept it simple. I just happened to run across the design that was on Google. Well, it was a Windows 10 wallpaper, and when I saw it, it was beautiful, and I said I got to create something with that. So what I did was I uploaded that wallpaper, which is, you go to your uploads. Uploads is where everything that you have brought in of your own personal stuff from your different folders on your computer. So everything will be here forever and always once you upload it. So the design that I'm referring to for my background, I just click on it and it just puts it right there. Now you want this design to fill up your entire cover. So when it doesn't do that, sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. Just right click anywhere in the middle of that design and choose Set Image Background. When you choose that, it fills up your entire page. So you're good to go on that. That's your entire cover. And see how your spine is here. You're going to design on this side and you're going to design on the left side. So now I'm going to bring in my girl in, and I'm redesigning using this one because I have to reprint this for another customer. So we're going to recreate this. And this is the girl that I use. I just click on her and I brought her in, and you see how it tries to keep everything all nice and neat within those pink lines. But I want her legs down here. It looks better that way, to be at the edge of my book. And I don't want to make her any smaller. I don't want to make her any bigger. You know, this is a nice size. I could make her just a tad bit bigger, you know, if I want, by stretching the anchors here. But I didn't want her to be flowing too much into the design. But she's a good size right here. Over here is where you might want to put text or something. There's so many possibilities when designing. And over here on this tab, you have a text tab. This tab gives you an array of fonts and styles that are preset. You can pick anything over here, keep the colors. I mean, there's a wealth of styles over here as far as text is concerned. If you don't have anything in mind that you want to upload, all you have to do is just click on one of those, and it brings it and puts it in your book, and you can move it. Sometimes some of the text has like little subheadings here. You don't want that. Just click on it and delete that, where all you're left with is the Francisca verbiage. One nice thing that Canva does, it color coordinates everything for you. And going back, you see her dress is a lilac, but the background is burgundy, and I didn't care for that. I wanted to stick with the more lilac purplish colors. So when I have this background selected, I'll get this toolbar up here and I'll click effects. And if you notice over here, there's a toolbar that says photogenic. When you scroll down, you see that it takes your picture and it gives it different shades, all kinds of shades of color. So I was looking for purple, I said maybe I wanted to have that. And they did. When I kept going back, I said that looks purple, but they call it mist. So when I click on it, it'll quickly change this now to a nice light purple coordinating with her suit. And another nice feature is, take for instance, you want to do something with Francisca font, but you don't want the white. If you click on that, you'll get the color text toolbar, and you click on that. See all these boxes over here? Canva picks all of the colors that are in your image so that you can coordinate. And if I pick this nice lilac of her, Francesca is going to be lilac. If I pick this brown shade of her, this is the shade of her skin. So that's a nice feature that it has, that it will coordinate. The same if I want to change my spine, this square. If I click on the square up here, you know, you can pick whatever you want. As you can see, if you want any of those colors to be on your spine, it will do that for you. And you click off of it, and you can see what it looks like. So I don't want the Francesca font because I have something else. So I'll delete that. And but I'm gonna keep the spine there. Let's change it back to a color that I can see. I'm gonna keep that spine there because I'm not finished designing yet. So now I'll go back to my uploads. I'm gonna pull in the verbiage that I use on this book, and I just click on that and pull it over here to the left and resize it down some where I want it, and see it lines it up nicely with her dress and her bag. And it wants to put it right there, but I'm going to move it over a little bit more. So, you're not running into the spine in any way. And you're done. Now, you can design for days hours using Canva. There's so many different things you can do. It's not hard whatsoever. It's just a matter of playing around with each of these features to start designing. Now, I'm done with this. I don't want that little spine there, so I'm going to click on that and delete that off. So, we're all done. So now we're going to download this into Silhouette. Because of it being a 12.5 by 8.75, we know Cricut can't handle that size. So that's why all my designs are uploaded into Silhouette. And I will have a link at the bottom of this tutorial where you can download the Silhouette for free. And you'll be fine. So now I'm going to hit the download button right here. And I'm going to download this, and automatically the default is a PNG, which is good. Any of your designs will be brought up with a nice clean background. You don't have to change the size of the pixels of your design. I hit transparent because pretty much you always want to have transparent on everything, because you never know what you're going to use your design for, so it won't have that white background. And then you're going to hit download. And it's going to download. It takes downloads pretty quick. And you always get this little advertisement, and I close that out. It gave me the name Untitled Design because I didn't name it up here. But before you start, you can call your design whatever you want. It just kept the 12.5 name. So I'm going to open up my design. And it looks big, nice and pretty. I don't have to do anything with this. So what you do next is you can right click on it and do a save as. Save it to whatever folder you're going to save it to on your computer. I have a folder that's called Journals, and I save all my uploads in here. And then I'm not going to save it again because I already have it there. So that's all nice and saved. So now we got to go over to Silhouette to print this. So now we're going to double click on Silhouette. That's going to open up. Like I said, you can download this for free. And then you can always upgrade if you feel like you need other features. Come on. Now, I'm going to show you the defaults that you should have. And of course, it's going to open up to the last paper size here, which is 11 by 17, whatever I had opened the last time. Make sure that when you open up Silhouette, that your machine says none right here. Your cutting mat says none. The media size is custom, which is 17 by 11. Make sure that it's landscape. And you always want to show your print border so that you know your print border won't cut your pictures off. Now, if you noticed, it's on 11 by 17 paper showing, but I have 8.5 by 11. That's a default. And we don't want that, because if I bring my picture in, it's going to cut it off because it's hanging over the top out here, when it should be, margin should be all the way out here. So that's why you want to be sure you have your show print border on checked down here. So I'm going to make sure I change this here. So when you go to File, Print Page Setup, notice that it's 8.5 by 11 because that's a default. We want that to be 11 by 17, and we want that to be landscape. That's what mode we're working in. And you say OK. Now notice it didn't come all the way out like it's supposed to, and that seems to be a glitch. I don't know what. But if I click on Portrait and go back and click on Landscape again, you see how the lines now, the print border is all the way to the edge of my 11 by 17 paper. That's where it needs to be in order for you stuff to print. Now, I'm going to bring in my print, I'm going to do File, Merge, go to the folder where your journal exists. Mine exists right here. So again, it brings it in kind of small, but you know, back in Canva, we created this on 12 by 5 by 8.75. So that's where you have to change it in here. You click on that. I changed the width, 12.5 tab, 8.75. Enter. And now it fills up your page. You have it within the margins here, so it's not going to get cut off. And then you go ahead and you print it. So now we're going to come back in part 2, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's printed and show you how to put the books together. Very quick, very easy, and we will be right back.